Hello, welcome to the Knynman Raj YouTube channel. I'm Roger. Today I'm here with my good friend Matt, the Southwest Backpacker, and we are in the Chama Canyon Wilderness. It's such a beautiful weekend. It's super hot, super dry, but the reason we're here today is my friend here is going to show you how to use alum in part of our water purification process. We didn't bring water with us.
Didn't bring any water with us.
So this is going to be part of our water purification process. It's going to be just part of it.
Part of it.
But my good friend here is going to explain why and how we use alum.
Exactly. This is a very popular river rafting trick, and not too many people actually know how to use this. So today we're going to go over the process of how to use alum. I've got powdered alum right here. And we'll go through each step and how we measure it out from beginning to end and how we filter it before it becomes drinking water. But we're basically going to take some water from the Rio Chama here behind us, which is kind of silty, and turn it into great purified drinking water. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Yep. And so this is going to be our drinking water. So you're going to see what we're going to do to purify it. This is going to be the first step, basically. Stay with us. We're going to walk down to the river here in a couple of minutes, and we're going to show you what the water looks like. We're going to put it in the bucket, and we'll take it from there. All right.
Sounds good.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay. Well, our first step in this water process, or water purification process, is getting our water. So we've taken a stroll down here to the river, and we're going to fill up a 5-gallon bucket, and we're going to carry it back up to the house, and then we'll show you how we're going to use it from there. But I'll give the bucket to Matt. My buddy Matt's going to get some water in that thing, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can really see how dirty this water really is. So we've got a 5-gallon bucket here, and I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to come over here and show you.
You can really see
what we got here.
Can't really see the bottom of the bucket. We're going to sprinkle some alum into the bucket, stir it up, and show you what the magic is about alum here.
Excellent. We're going to walk back up to the house and we'll show you the next step.
All right.
Okay, so now we've got our water back up from the river. We have it here in this 5-gallon bucket. We probably have, I'm going to say, close to 4.5 gallons that we got up here. Now I'm going to have Mr. Southwest Backpacker explain why and how we're going to use alum. All yours, buddy.
Okay, well, the why part of it is simply because we did not bring water with us, and I've done this method before, and so we thought that we would use the Rio Chama River water, which is what we got here. So you guys saw earlier I dipped this down into the Rio Chama and scooped it up. This is going to be our drinking water, and this is a good method for using silty river water or any kind of silty water, preferably from a stream or a river. What the alum does is basically it's going to dissolve in the water when we stir it up, and it'll start to coagulate and draw down all of the sediments down to the bottom of the bucket, and it's going to leave basically clear water on the top of it. And then from there, what we're going to do is take the clear water and pour it off into a bag, and we're going to run it through a water purification filter, and what will come out is fresh drinking water that we can actually drink. So what I want to show you guys right away from the get-go is our river water, and the next question will be how we treat this, and so I'm going to show you now. That is our Rio Chama river water right there. It's pretty silty. You can't see down to the bottom, and so you know that it's pretty murky. Now normally you can leave this in here for about 24 hours and get up the next day and most of it will have settled down to the bottom. But This is a method that's going to take only about 20 to 30 minutes before it'll draw the stuff down to the bottom, and we'll have clear water on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by stirring the bucket here. I've got this stir stick, official stir stick here. And I'll just spin that up and we'll get the water moving a little bit. And this is a 5-gallon bucket, so there's 5 gallons of water in there. When you do the treatment with alum, we're using alum powder. You can use alum crystals or salt or whatever. It's always good to start out with the least amount possible. And half a teaspoon is sometimes just enough to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle, shake a little bit in there, maybe about that much right there from the shaker dispenser there. It's got the spoon and a wider mouth. I'm using the ones with all the holes. And I'm going to let that just dissolve. And you guys can see right now the water is murky. But we'll come back in about 10-15 minutes. And what you're going to see is a lot of this stuff is going to start bonding together on itself and drawing down by its own gravity weight. It's going to leave a bunch of clear water on the top, and we should be able to see the bottom of this bucket here in about 10 minutes.
Okay, well, we went and took about an hour break, and while we were taking a break, I took several photos, and I'll show those, the kind of the progression that we went through over the hour. But it looks like our process is pretty much done. I'm going to let Matt describe what has happened here and let him take over.
Yeah, so in the bucket here you can see all the way down to the bottom now. And it's been about 45 minutes. I'd say another 45 minutes and it'll be crystal clear. But basically what the alum does was grab a hold of all the particles that are in the water, and they start to stick together and draw down to the bottom, and you're left with the clear water on top. And so at this point what we can do now is run it through a filter. So I have this bag here. You could pour the clean water that's on the top into the bag. And what it's going to do is you hang it up in a tree or something, it'll go down into a Sawyer mini water filter, and then from there you can put it into a bigger bag or into a canteen, whatever you want to do. But it's basically running all of the bacteria and all the viruses and nasty stuff you don't want in water, and it's purifying it through this filter here.
Right. Now, I want to make sure we get one thing clear. When we use the alum and drop all the dirt to the water or the debris in the water, it still needs to be purified.
It does.
Yes. Anytime you take any kind of water running on the surface, river, creeks, or whatever, do not ever chance that your water should always be boiled or purified.
In this case, we're gonna purify it with a simple Sawyer Mini. And there's all kinds of different combinations you can hook this up with in order to filter it. But you're going to filter about 2/3 of the bucket. You're going to leave the last 1/3 in there because it's pretty sludgy and nasty. But everything else on the top should be enough to run it through a filter and not clog one of these up. And so that's basically why we use alum in the river water, so that these don't get clogged up so fast and you can actually use it for a week or two.
Right. And basically, in a sense, it takes what would normally take 24 hours for sediment to drop from the top to the bottom. We've done it in less than an hour.
We did it less than an hour.
Yeah, yeah. So great setup. I think you should seriously consider it if you are out in the wilderness and you're dealing with silty or dirty water. That's a good option to use along with your filtration system, and a good way to make your water safe to drink and nice and clear.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for this.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Great job.
Yep.
And thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments on this alum project, feel free to get a hold of Matt or I, and we'll try to answer any questions that you can. Please leave a thumbs up. We always appreciate that. And also new subscribers, always looking for new subscribers. Until next time, thank you for watching the Knynman Raj YouTube channel.